All right, let's talk about money. If you've ever felt like you just can't get control of your finances, you are definitely in the right place. Today, we're going to break down a super simple psychology-based system that's all about helping you finally stop the mindless spending and start saving, basically on autopilot. So, here's the game plan. First, we're going to dig into the why, the psychology behind our spending habits. Then, we'll get practical and totally redesign your money system. After that, we'll cover some simple hacks for your daily habits, figure out the best way to track your progress, and finally, make sure you have the tools to stay motivated for good. Let's jump in. Okay, first things first, we have got to understand the real problem. And I'll give you a hint, it has almost nothing to do with what you think it does. Sound familiar? You know, you get your salary, you're feeling pretty good, and then, boom. A week or two later, you look at your account and you're just like, where did it all go? It honestly feels like some kind of dark magic, but really, it's just your own brain working against you. So, this is maybe the most important takeaway of this whole thing. Stop blaming yourself. Seriously, this isn't about you being bad with money or lacking discipline. The reason your money seems to vanish is because you're working inside a broken system, a system that's pretty much designed to make you spend. And it all comes down to this one core concept, the visibility principle. It's simple, really. If your brain can see money and can get to it easily, it's going to find a way to spend it. That's just how we're wired. Out of sight, out of mind, and out of your shopping cart. So, if the system is the problem, what do? Well, we build a new one, a better one. This part is all about fundamentally changing the way your money is structured. Rule number one of our new system is simple. Make most of your money invisible. You should only ever keep about 1 week's worth of expenses in the account you actually spend from. Because if your brain logs in and sees a big balance, say 50,000 rupees, it doesn't think savings, it thinks available to spend. The rest of it needs to be moved somewhere it can't be easily seen or touched. And here's the easiest way to do that. A simple 3-account setup. You've got account A for your daily spending, rent, food, bills. Then account B is for savings. And here's the secret sauce. It has no debit card. You want to make it hard to get that money out. And finally, account C is for your long-term investments. Just setting this up creates the friction you need to stop impulse buys in their tracks. And this leads us to the next massive shift in thinking. You've got to take yourself, your moods, and your willpower completely out of the equation. Don't rely on being disciplined enough to save. Just make it happen automatically. So what does that look like? You set up automatic transfers, a recurring investment like an SIP, a monthly contribution to your retirement fund, a recurring deposit for your savings. The magic here is that this money gets taken out of your account the day you get paid before you even have a chance to see it. You just learn to live off what's left. Honestly, this is the single most powerful saving hack there is. Okay, so we've got the new system architecture built. Now it's time to install some new software. These are the small, daily habits that are going to totally change how you interact with money. The first habit hack? Go back to using cash for your everyday discretionary spending. You know, coffee, snacks, that kind of thing. Why? Because digital payments are completely painless. You tap a card, you scan a QR code, you don't feel a thing. But when you have to physically pull bills out of your wallet and hand them over, your brain registers a real, tangible loss. It just makes you way more mindful. All right, get ready for the next habit. It is a game changer, and it's all about this one number. It's called the 48-hour rule, and it's so simple. For any purchase that's not an absolute essential, clothes, gadgets, anything you just want, you have to wait 2 full days before you can buy it. This one little pause can slash your impulse spending by a massive 20 to 40%. You'll be amazed how many of those must-have items you completely forget about after 2 days. The next big idea is to just make spending a little bit harder for yourself. Go into your shopping apps right now and delete your saved credit card details. Turn off the one-click buy feature. Don't carry your credit card with you every single day. Every little barrier you create is a chance for your logical brain to catch up to your emotional brain and say, hey, wait a minute, do we really need this? And speaking of your logical brain, here's a quick mental checklist to run through before you buy anything. Just ask yourself 3 questions. 1, do I really need this? 2, do I have something that does the same job already? And 3, is this actually going to matter to me in 30 days? If the answer to any of those is no, you put it back. Okay, we've rebuilt the system, we've installed new habits. Now let's talk about tracking. This is where so many people go wrong. They overcomplicate it with crazy spreadsheets, get overwhelmed, and then just quit. We're going to do the exact opposite. We are going to keep it ridiculously simple. We're going to focus on just one thing, one single number. That's it. Forget tracking every category and every single rupee. The only number you need to worry about is your total weekly spend. Why weekly? Because it gives you quick feedback. You know right away if you're on track or not. And it's much harder to let things slide. It puts you back in the driver's seat. All right, last section. And this is absolutely crucial. Because you can have the most perfect system on the planet. But if you don't have the motivation to stick with it, it's all going to fall apart. So let's talk about how to make sure that doesn't happen. First, you have to give your savings a job. Saving money is a boring goal. It's a chore. But saving for a trip to Goa, or saving to be debt-free, or saving for a down payment, now that's exciting. Your brain is so much more motivated when it's working towards a clear, tangible reward. And this might sound weird, but you have to plan to have some fun. You need to set aside a small, specific amount of money each month that is purely for guilt-free spending. Think of it like a safety valve. It stopped you from feeling deprived, which is the feeling that usually leads to those huge budget-destroying splurges. So when you put all these pieces together, what are we really doing? We're just flipping the script. We're building a system where saving is the easy, automatic, default choice, and spending becomes a thing that requires actual thought and intention. And that's really the whole system. But look, knowing this stuff doesn't change anything. Taking action does. So I'll leave you with this question. What is the one small hack you heard today that you're going to actually try this week? Pick one and start there.